guys. This is a little awkward. I haven't filmed in probably a few months. I have been filming short form content and I think I've gotten a little better at filming in front of a camera. This is the look right now. I also got new jewelry. You guys need to tell me what type of content you want to see more of because I've been planning a whole bunch of ideas and I made like a whole spreadsheet of things I want to do. It's just a matter of doing it. And I know that somebody somewhere is struggling with the same thing where they're like, I want to film content, but I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I don't know what. You know, I'm in the same boat and I've been doing this for 2 years. So it doesn't take overnight to be perfect. And then I'm also going to be filming on my phone. And I recommend for anybody that's wanting to start filming content, you get a little tripod and a bigger tripod. This makes a huge difference. When I started filming, I didn't even know how to film on this camera. I didn't know how to start. And once I got a tripod, it really made a huge difference. I will be right back. And I have really bad eyesight, so I seriously cannot tell if this lighting is good or not. I have no idea how this is gonna turn out. I usually like clipping my hair back, and for those of you asking, why are you about to put makeup on for the gym? Just don't even worry about it, okay? Like, I also got my coffee with me. Those of you that don't know, I'm actually studying to be a corrective exercise specialist. People that specialize in corrective exercise usually work with a lot of people that are dealing with injury or they have a lot of chronic pain. Like me, I recently found out that I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which is a chronic pain disorder. It's like self-explanatory with the name, but I just deal with a lot of pain in general. So me as a fitness trainer, it's kind of hard to be able to train people considering the chronic pain that I deal with on a daily basis. Basically, my issues have a lot to do with muscular and nerve issues. So if I bend my arm too far back, I can start feeling numbness and tingling in my hands, and then it goes all the way down to my foot, which is also another reason why I want to be a corrective exercise specialist, because I can start understanding myself as well and kind of understanding like what works for me and what doesn't and what could help others in the long run as well. So it's just trial and error at that point. I have been a fitness trainer for a little over 4 months now, and I think it's going well. When I was younger, I remember writing something in kindergarten saying like, I'm gonna be the next pop star, like I'm gonna be the next Ariana Grande. Like that was my dream, but then I ended up being a fitness trainer. And I slowly steered away from like the entertainment industry because I realized it's like, there's like a lot of dark stuff that happens in the entertainment industry. And I kind of realized that's not really the route I wanna go. But what I did want to do is I always wanted to speak on stages. I always wanted to talk to like 17,000 people, 20,000, 30,000, and be able to get my word across and kind of help people. No matter what it was, no matter who it was, I wanted to help someone, which is another reason why I became a fitness trainer. As of right now, I love content creating. I always found a passion for this, and I think the content creating in general would help me in the long run get to where I want to be. The more people that you know, the better chances you have of meeting the right people. And like you guys know, my first job when I was younger was just modeling. I did modeling for I started when I was 12 and then I stopped modeling when I was around 18. And the main reason I stopped modeling was because the industry itself was really toxic. It was very draining for me. The photographers I met along the way helped me reach more people, reach a bigger audience, and it was good while it lasted, but the industry was just like filled with a lot of perverted men, objectified me in ways I shouldn't have been objectified at a young age. When I was younger, I didn't really understand, but as I got older, I realized it was just not for me. Because the content that I'm creating right now has a lot to do with well, first of all, I make gym content. But then I also make makeup content and get ready with me's and night routines and stuff like that. That's something that I always wanted to do, but I never really knew how to start. But then one day I just literally started. I have all the equipment, I have the tripods, the cameras, the phone, the laptop. I have the equipment, I just didn't know where to start. And that's not to say you need any of this to start. However, it's helpful and it's convenient. If I could say anything to someone that's wanting to start content creating, I say just do it. There is nothing bad that's going to happen as far as just starting. Worrying about not getting enough views, you get 1 view, 2 views, 50 views, 100, and you think that's not enough and it's embarrassing to keep going, consider it as seeing 100 people in a room and you only got 100 views on the video. 100 people is a lot of people. And I've heard people say it takes guts to keep going, even though you're getting that little of views. Even Mr. Beast started with absolutely nothing. He changed his content up, he kept making videos, he made videos on his phone, and now he's one of the biggest YouTube creators in the entire world. Like, he started somewhere. He had to, you know? And the greatest thing about that is he kept going. He didn't stop. And he did it the right way because he was creating content on his iPhone. Or his, I think he used an Android actually. He was creating content on his phone, and then he switched his phone out for a camera, the more videos and views he got. And then later on, he switched it out for better equipment. And then over time, he kept switching the equipment for better videos because he realized consistency was working. Consistency is what got him where he is today. Even if he felt embarrassed to post, he still did it. Working off of emotion is not really gonna help anybody. If you don't feel like doing it one day, just do it, because your future self is gonna thank you for it. Or at least that's my experience with it. And who cares what people think when you film content in person where a bunch of people are around. These people are only gonna see you probably one time in your entire life. There's a very, very small chance that you will ever see these people again. So you might as well make a fool out of yourself. Like, it doesn't really matter. People don't care. They think of it for 5 seconds and then they leave. They forget about it. They go home, they go to bed, they wake up the next day, they're not thinking about you. One person is making money, the other person isn't. If you're not making money right now, you will be with consistency. The more I got into content creating I realized you can rather be the consumer or the creator when it comes to content. You can either watch the content, consume it, and just watch it all the time, scroll on your phone, whatever, or you can be productive scrolling, where you look at content for inspiration and you create this content yourself. So I started unfollowing people that don't add value to my life when it comes to Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. And I removed the people that aren't benefiting me, aren't in my career path, aren't what I want to do, isn't what I want to watch. And I start following people that add value to my life. And I follow people that align with my goals and what I want to achieve, which this could help people because as far as young woman goes, you're no longer sitting there comparing yourself to other women if you're insecure, getting jealous over other people's lifestyles or something like that. You're following people that only align with your current life and where you are right now. A time for the powder. The thing about content creating is that not every single video is going to get millions of views. Oh my goodness, I almost dropped this in my coffee. Because the way I see it is, if I can make videos like this and possibly reach millions of people with this one certain video, then I'm pretty sure I can talk in front of you guys in person and actually be able to help someone. I used to struggle with coming up with a title when it came to my YouTube videos. But what I realized with creating YouTube videos is you have to film the video first and then come up with a title. Because, for example, I was going to title this video as like gym myths you wish you knew before you started working out or something like that. But then I started talking about something totally different in this YouTube video. And I didn't realize it, but the goal was to just inspire or help someone regardless of what the title would have been. So the goal is to literally just film, just talk, just say whatever. Whatever title comes up at the end of the filming will be that title. I used to struggle with like finding a niche when it came to creating content as well. I kind of realized like there was so many things that I wanted to do when it came to content creating because I just wanted to help someone, but I also knew there was just so many things that I wanted to start, but I didn't know where. We literally have free will to be able to choose a variety of things that we present when it comes to content creating. Like, for example, my niche kind of specializes in beauty, fitness, Christian viewpoints, something along those lines, right? So I'm able to balance all of these things and keep pushing content out there. Some videos might flop, but others may go really well. So it's just figuring out what works and what doesn't with your current audience and your future audience. The people that you're currently attracting right now will kind of help with what kind of videos you're creating. Literally anything can be turned into content. Like you waking up in the morning, you making breakfast, you getting ready for the day, doing your hair routine, you doing your night routine, you brushing your teeth and your teeth routine, or your eyelashes. You could start your day off by saying, this is what I eat for breakfast, and these videos can go really well. The point is to just try it out and see what really works. When it comes to worrying about hate comments, I noticed even really big celebrities, like let's use Madison Beer as a good example. She worries about what people think of her, or at least this is what she talked about in her book. There would be people that would hate on her. She would read into the comments and people would be saying negative things about her. But the thing is, people that usually are the ones that are hating are 9 times out of 10 the ones that don't have a profile picture. They don't have any posts, and their page is usually private. Why is that? People usually won't say things to your face. It's very unlikely if they actually chose to do that. And it's because these people don't want to be known. They don't want to be recognized. They don't want you to know that this is the person you're being talked about with. Those are the same people that don't even have pictures up. You can't even see what they look like. You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know why they're saying these things. Like, you will never see a confident person hating on a successful person. You will never see that. Only insecure people are doing this. One hate comment out of millions of positive ones that humans naturally get drawn to, and they're like, why does this person hate me? Why this? Why that? I get hate comments all the time. I don't care. It's like, these people are going to have something to say. And if people have something negative to say about you, you're doing something right. You're creating content for other people that are actually benefiting from it. And other people could be jealous of that. Other people could be insecure because you actually have good things to talk about. It's a state of mind. It's literally mind over matter. Does it really matter what people think of you? Not really. I used to get very shy and insecure when it came to going to the gym. And I remember the first time I started going there, I wouldn't want to go in front of like the mirrors and stuff where all the weights are and pick up certain weights because I felt like I couldn't lift heavy, or I couldn't walk in front of people because everybody would be staring and it'd be weird. Everyone starts somewhere. The same people that are picking up like 50 pounds and repping that out are the same people that picked up probably 5 pounds. Like, they started somewhere. And that's not to say I don't not struggle with, working out in the gym because I'm scared of what people are gonna think of me. Like, every now and then I get in that mindset, but then I remember these people are gonna go home and not care about you. They're not going to think about you. They're not going to remember you. Everyone is worried about themselves. They're not worried about you. You'll learn to realize this. And you have the ability to change your mentality and change the way you think. Whenever you think, do these people even like me? Do these people even care about me? Why do I feel like people are talking about me? Instead of thinking those things, think, do I even like them? We're just all trying to live life. This is all our first time living. What people think of you, like I said, I still struggle with it sometimes too, but that's just the mindset I'm choosing to be in that day. We can choose to wake up and not worry about what people think of us. We can choose to wake up and be happy. Like, if you don't want to be worried about what people think of you, don't worry about it. It's literally mind over matter. I know people have said like, oh, that's crazy, never thought about that, never thought about being happy. Try it someday. Like, it's that simple. 'Cause at the end of the day, somebody is going to hate on something. People literally hate on cat videos. There's nothing to hate about that. People are like, cats are so annoying, they're so ugly, they smell. Someone somewhere is always going to hate on something. So you might as well just do whatever you want. You might as well create the content, post the video, and hope it goes well. And if it doesn't, do it again and again and again. It's just trial and error. I'm actually the youngest of 10 kids. The reason I am the way I am is because I had to learn who I shouldn't be when I get older. I had to realize, like, the role models that I grew up with didn't benefit me. They didn't show me what kind of person I should be when I get older. They showed me what I shouldn't be when I get older. Every single person set a bad example for me, and it was a toxic environment to be around. It made me realize I want to be able to break the chain of trauma in my family and show people what love really is, and show people what unconditional love really is. And that's why I started creating content as well, because I knew I could reach a bunch of people. I knew I could reach a broader audience, and I figured this is the best way to do it. And that's not to say I didn't spend years in therapy. Because I definitely did from like childhood trauma and stuff like that. Like when I was younger, I was diagnosed with BPD, which is borderline personality disorder. And that's basically where you experience a bunch of trauma at a young age, and that follows you usually in your adulthood. But I'm pretty sure it's able to be cured. I'm not entirely sure though. I still struggle with it in adulthood. Wanted to make a change in my life. I didn't want to be like these people. I didn't want to grow up being scared of, worried about what the past was and why I can't get over it or this and that. And in therapy, I learned a lot of how to move on from your past and how to heal from it and not worried about it. Because if I'm still stuck in my past, I'm never going to learn anything in my future. If I'm still stuck in that circle of toxicity, then I'm never going to grow. I'm never going to mature. I'm never going to find people that align with my current values. I'm still going to be stuck, and I want to be able to grow. In order to do that, I went to therapy, and therapy has really helped me. And this isn't an ad. I'm not signed with BetterHelp or anything. Obviously make this a little more genuine. The time I started going to the gym, I started going to therapy as well. And both of those things combined made a huge difference in my life, because the gym is not just you get a good body, you look good. The gym is literally medicine. It's not just about your physique looks good. It's about your overall health. I'm here to say that those two things helped me really not associate myself with the girl that dealt with trauma when she was younger. And it helped me grow and mature and move on from my past. And I wish my siblings would do the same. I know that a lot of people are scared of change because they don't know the risk it could take to change. And change could involve losing a lot of things, losing a lot of people, especially if you get closer to God. That's what I've noticed. The more that I got closer to God, the more I started to lose toxic people in my life, to lose the environment that I was in. It was a really gross house that I lived in at the time. It was like bugs all over the floor and like 42 cats. I'm not even exaggerating. I counted. There was like holes in the wall, and my mom didn't own this place, but one of her friends did. We had to all live there. So like 10 kids in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. And it's like, it was just not healthy. But I started praying to God, and I asked him, you know, if these people are meant to be in my life, keep them there. But if they're not, remove them. And the more I started praying, like a week goes by and God removes these people instantly. The more I got closer to him, the more he started changing my life for the better, not for the worst. Of course, I got spiritual warfare, but he started changing everything around me, including my perspective and the way I thought of things. And if you ever met people that are super close to God and they know him, and they don't just say like, oh yeah, I know him, you know, I know him, but they know him. Like they have a relationship with him, they bond with him, they talk to him. You can see it in their eyes. Literally see God in their eyes. It's crazy. Obviously, my relationship with God isn't, I'm not as close to him as I'd like to be. This is another thing that doesn't take overnight to be able to accomplish, I guess you could say. Following him is not for the weak. I can definitely say that. But following him is a lifelong journey. It's like the gym. The gym is literally medicine, but it's a lifelong journey. And you will be doing that for the rest of your life. But it's a journey, it's a process, and you don't get those things overnight. That's the end of the video, you guys. I hope you got something out of this video, and if you did, please share this with a friend. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't want to do any of those things, that's totally fine. I hope I helped you guys gain something from this video. Remember, if you want to make content, just do it. Love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Bye.